Mega Man 8 was released in North America for the PlayStation 1 and Sega Saturn in 1997 as a sequel to 1995's Mega Man You know who the fuck Mega Man is, there's no point in this. This particular octet of Robot Masters are some of my most treasured characters in the series. There's never been another game like 8, and I'd like to give my flowers to these guys for contributing towards that. Maybe more than flowers. Maybe a bouquet. And some chocolates. And maybe a kiss? Yeah, I think I'm falling for these guys, and I want to figure out which one would be right for me. Those short voice clips tell us so much about what kind of people they might be. I have to fill in some of those blanks myself, of course, but that's the fun part, ain't it? Before I start, this is a shameless ripoff of Big Yellow's Pokemon RBY Social Drinkers vids. I highly recommend them. They're some of the finest media on this website, and if you liked this video, you'll certainly love those too. I feel like I had a lot more to go off of, but I'd still like to think I got pretty imaginative with my interpretations. So yeah, why don't we just talk about it already?
Don't take everything so personal!
It's kind of hard for me to pin down what Tengu Man is like, to be honest. Initially, I had him kind of high. I interpreted him as this total dude bro, and while he really wasn't my type, I thought I could get a fun date with him. But after stirring my brain juices for a while, I feel like he's kind of an asshole. Like, to a point where if we manage to spark something long-term, I don't think it'd be great for us. Like, I know I just said he's not my type, but I could see myself being like, what the hell, sure. Because he was kind of charming on the first date, I don't know. So I go on multiple dates with Tengu Man, hitting it off and all that. And let me tell you, there's some real characters I'll be talking about shortly that will not be getting a second date. But if I'm sinking more time into Tengu Man and get mentally fucked up after everything, yeah, that's worse. On date 1, we might talk about what we do for a living, our hobbies, all that good stuff. He'd be fairly engaging and invested in what I have to say, but by date 4 or 5, he'd probably drop the ball and just stop trying to be a good person. He'll cuss out a waitress, belittle me every 15 minutes, I don't know. The entire relationship is going to consist of me desperately looking for what got us to click.
Tom Hanks, that's it. Ah, funny guy, Tom Hanks. Everything he says is a stitch. I have AIDS.
To be honest, I feel like I'm just making up a type of guy that doesn't exist because I don't think I've ever known anyone like this. I just think he'd be a big meanie.
I can be the quietest mouse!
Oh, this guy's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be telling stories about Grenade Man years after our date. He'll be nice enough, definitely not rude or anything, but definitely loud and very boisterous. Usually I'm gonna be in the mood for something more subtle. No doubt we're gonna get other couples leering at us from all angles if we're in a public space. So maybe it's a good idea to go somewhere private with them, but then we have a worse problem. Grenade Man is a huge oversharer. There is not a socially aware cog in his metal body. And while this is definitely more likely to happen in private, like on the drive home or at the beach, just anywhere that could have a long stretched out silence, he's gonna start talking about really uncomfortable things. Grenade Man's kinks are not off the table on date 1. We know he's a huge masochist.
That felt good!
But I feel like it's gonna get worse than that. It'll be like gross and disturbing shit. Maybe he's got a buddy who scraped their knee really bad on the pavement. And he goes into graphic detail about what it looked like and how much pain they were in. And recall how I said this would probably happen in private? There is always a non-zero chance that we could be in a packed, fancy pants restaurant and he might start unloading some massive baggage I am nowhere near ready to unpack. He's an open book where every page is a shitty plot twist, proficient in making me as uncomfortable and overstimulated as possible. And when I get home, I'm gonna breathe out a huge sigh. Now, it's not gonna be pretty, but Frostman will try his best to be a gentleman. He's gonna show up to our date with a tuxedo that doesn't fit him and a bouquet of wilted roses. And he's gonna have this adorable twinkle in his eye and belt out one of the lamest puns you can think of. All that is pretty quaint, but my biggest concern with Frostman is... Okay, what the hell are we gonna talk about? He seems like a real sweetie for sure. Like, I know his heart would be in the right place, but he doesn't seem like a great conversationalist to me. A lot of the time, there's just gonna be dead air, and I'm gonna feel awkward because I don't know how to break that silence. Maybe it's on me. I'm sorry, Frost Man. I don't deserve you. There's not a ton wrong with Search Man, but one thing I have to mention. I think they're kind of old for me, right? He's not a geezer or anything, but he's well above the age range I'd like to date. One of the heads talks like he's in his early 30s, which is way past pushing it on its own. But the other one has this southern twang.
Begin mission. Yes, sir.
It's charming, yes, but not something I look for in a partner. On the date itself, Search Man is totally nice and fine and stuff. I might get tripped up figuring out which head to look at, but that's more of a me thing. It's probably as easy as looking at the head that's presently speaking. I bet they think the same thoughts, but just sort of talk to each other like us one-headed freaks might talk to ourselves with our inner monologue. Other than that, he's a total gentleman for sure, but definitely not my type. He's less romantic interest and more school principal.
I hope no one comes out of the ominous fog and fucks me.
Astro Man is adorable. Just, wow, look at him. Isn't he dreamy? For sure, he's the first robot master on this list I would be happy to go on a date or two with. It's just, oh man, it's gonna be a big fucking mess. Guy's got no backbone whatsoever. He's gonna get the wrong order at the restaurant, and he's not gonna have the balls to stand up and find someone to speak with. Worst case scenario, he's just gonna sulk about it to me the whole time, and the first few times something like this happens, sure, fine. I'll talk to the waiter with you shyly covering your eyes behind me. I got you, Astro Man. But after the third or fourth time, it's just gonna piss me off. I don't know, maybe I'm being mean to the poor guy. He must have gone through so much to be so shattered and distraught all the time. But it comes down to if it's something I can work with. It's less I can fix him and more can I fix him? He's going to have to want to be better too, and I'm not certain he's got that in him.
If I take a knife, I could just tidy it up a little bit.
Swordman is very chivalrous. He'll pay for the whole night. Dinner, movies, horse carriage. Cap it off with an evening stroll in the park. He is such a stand-up guy. But I'm so out of his league. And honestly, his type is not my first pick for someone to date. I don't know how to put exactly how I feel into words, but I guess I just want someone more laid back? I don't think I'd feel comfortable relaxing around him since it feels like he's doing his best for me, even though being such a gentleman is probably so effortless for someone like him. But I don't know him. I don't know this made-up version of Swordman I've conjured. He's a sweet dude and I'd love to go out and see him more, but it feels like him and I live in two completely different worlds with how classy he is. And long-term, there might be a bit of a disconnect.
Sell their houses to who, Ben?
How can someone who sounds like this just ooze confidence out of every pore on his shiny body?
Water balloon! Don't bang! 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 No!
Aqua Man sounds like he's holding back laughter with each syllable. It's so annoying that it wraps back around to being really endearing, and I kinda love him for it. Now, you would think that he would run into the same problem as Grenade Man with the loudness and the overwhelmingness, but it's certainly not as severe, and it's a trait that lends itself well to the rest of him, rather than making him even worse like when Grenade Man tells you to step on him. Every moment of our date, I'm gonna be flattered by his confidence, and it doesn't come from nowhere. Aqua Man could be a great narrator for any story he wants to weave out for me. This guy could talk about some high-class, boring bullshit, and I'd be locked in the entire time. I'd make it a point to make sure this isn't our only outing. He's such a big sweetie, but so much fun. You're alright, handsome guy.
Well, there's an entire generation of children ruined immediately.
Oh, my darling Clown Man. The rest were in a fight for second place because you snatched my heart up with your springy arms the moment I saw you. Just look at yourself. You aren't afraid of anything. You stomp through life with your chin up and an ear-to-ear grin. But you're never afraid to be vulnerable when you need to be. You've got a real sharp tongue, too. It's everything I thought I might have seen in Tengu Man, but you're not fucked up and evil about it. I could just see us going to the county fair, getting some overpriced funnel cakes, and maybe you could talk me into living a little and going on a scary ride. My friends, the thing I love about Clown Man is that he is very playful. I mean, have you seen him on the trapeze? He's living life like he's always on a high wire. Folks say don't look down when you're high up, so this freak looks straight up at the moon in the midst of his graceful stride. Oh, and I feel like he just gives the best of hugs with his coily arms. Okay, sure. Maybe this whole video was an elaborate excuse to convey my love for the funny-looking clown guy, but damn it, he deserves it. I love you, Clown Man. I wouldn't change a thing about you.
See you in my dreams.
Well, that got pretty passionate for a bit there, but this was a lot of fun to write. I'm pretty fond of this group of goofballs in this game in general. This is my glowing recommendation for you to play Mega Man 8. Please, 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 please. I feel like these rankings could change at the drop of a hat, but after a couple of revisions, I'm pretty solid with where I'm at right now. Once again, I suggest watching these videos by Big Yellow. I will give you multiple options to do that very thing, and that's all I got.